Alright. Okay, everybody. I got some water in a mug. We're gonna change the display frame to my favorite one, which is this crazy looking grid. And we're gonna continue not with F-Zero, but with trying to find the freaking Sword of Kings in EarthBound, Nick the Frenchie and Wayne and Quick Guns and Stitch Pilot, because I said I would find this super rare item. And last we left off, I probably spent like a good hour and a half, 2 hours trying to find the Sword of Kings. Didn't find it. I did find a different rare item, because the regular Starman can drop a brain food lunch at a rate of 1 out of every 128 encounters. Approximately. But we're still trying to look for that Sword of Kings, Elvis Pressplay and Nick the Frenchie. Oh my god, it's KJ. Yo, Nick the Frenchie? It's KJ because of viewers like you, so thank you for being here. Hello, subscribers and future subscribers. I'm KarmaJolt. This game is EarthBound. We're trying to find a thing that's hard to find, and it might take me a while, Elvis Pressplay. Hey, howdy, hey, neighbors. That's kind of like what Genevieve B says. Stitch Pilots, Cliff White, Rogue Effect, welcome. Oh, and that reminds me, I should text Genevieve B to be like, hey, I'm live. Hey, I'm live. Avis, what's going on? Hey, someone told me he's great. Who was it, Nick the Frenchie? Was it someone equally great? So yeah, just like I've been saying, we're trying to find the Sword of Kings. It's an item that only can be found through a present drop from enemies. And that enemy has to be Starman Super. And the only place you can find the Starman Super is in this dungeon. However, once you finish this dungeon, the enemies stop spawning here. So if I beat this dungeon and come back, there will be no Starman Super, and therefore I will not be able to find the Sword of Kings. So it is something that you can permanently miss, which is why we're doing it now, everybody. And it's also, Dagger, why we were doing it before. But, like I said, I've been trying to find this item for maybe 2 hours already. I just started this stream, but last we streamed, I was looking for it for maybe 2 hours. Maybe an hour and a half. I don't really remember. And I still have that chicken in my inventory, which is why you hear that beep kind of sound effect. But here, Dagger, I'm basically trying to despawn any enemy that isn't the Starman Super, so that, that fast-moving polyhedron? I'm trying to despawn him by going off-screen there. Did you catch the trailer I sent you on Discord? I did not, but Thump's level is now 69. Offense, IQ, maximum HP. Not a great level. I feel like the 69th level should give you 69 to all stats. No, that would be really powerful. But yeah, and like it says in the chat, if we get any donations, we're doing squats today. So let's reset that reps counter down to 0 and 0. And then keep trying to find this one thing. Now, how are you? How's everybody doing? And like we showed off last stream, basically if you wait for these Starman-looking enemies to teleport toward you, then you walk into them either on the side or in front of them, while they're just kind of standing there like this, you will get the first strike on them, which makes looking for this item a little bit easier. Polyhedron. Didn't expect it, says Nick the Frenchie. You didn't expect polyhedrons in a game called EarthBound? I don't know why you would. Yo, but the Gouda guy with the cool 31 approximately Australian dollars. Saying, here's some cheese for good luck. Hey, everybody put the cheese emoji in the chat, because that is approximately 20 US squats. Let's put that on the to-go counter. Hey, Gouda guy, thank you so much. Put the cheese in the chat, everybody, because we just got some ourselves. Thank you, Cliff White and Quick Guns. Polyhedron bound. It might be a monogamous hedron, who knows? I expected things that are bound to Earth by, like, gravity, you know? Not geometric figures. Genevieve B! I think you just missed a joke that you would have liked. Alright, this guy has the Sword of Kings, obviously. Obviously. Dang, okay, it's been a long time. There is a way to manipulate that drop if you're using some sort of emulator or anything that has save state or rewind features. Which I am, but the rewind function on the SNES Mini is cool, but a little bit clunky, right? Like, I can't just, like, immediately load up the state. I have to, in order to rewind with the SNES Classic... Oh my gosh. Thump started... what did it say? Thump thought about eating some liquor and started craving it. So in order to rewind or load up a save state... on the SNES Classic, I have to first hit the reset button on the machine, which I can show you. Like, I have to do this, which brings me back to this main menu. Then I have to highlight this floating game save state, hit the X button, and then like fast forward to a point that is like just before the part where I want to go back to, I guess. And the way the SNES Mini works is that it takes, man, it looks like it takes a video of basically the last 5 minutes of gameplay, and I can hit L and R to fast forward and rewind through that, but I can't really go to like a specific spot that I want to go to unless I guess watch the last 35 or so seconds of it. But anyway, I'm just trying to show you that it's a little bit tedious to rewind using the rewind features on the SNES Classic. Hello chat, big day today for me, says Sears. Tell us about it. Cliff White says, would send you a super chat, but spent $400 on a truck tune-up. Hey, Cliff White, you've been so generous that you can take a break from giving me money. I guess that goes for all of you. You don't have to give me money. Thank you so much for being here at all in the first place. But yeah, Sears, tell us about it. And everyone put a truck emoji in the chat for Cliff White's truck tune-up. I need a break from sending those $2 all the time, says Genevieve B. Love you, babe. Karma, when you play Mystery Dungeon, which game will you be playing? Wayne? It's whichever one is on the Switch. I like supporting good content creators. Cliff White, then why do you come to my channel? JK, love you. Zeliard, Marcus Felix, Genevieve B saying, just kidding, hashtag get pranked with the cool $2. Oh my gosh, you fooled me so hard. I got so pranked. Everyone put a puppy dog emoji in the chat for Genevieve B, who just sent a cool $2. And like, to a dog, that's a lot of money. Robert R, welcome. How are you? Let's do something like this. That should be Mystery Dungeon DX. How do you sneak up on someone and miss the surprise opening attack? I bet I could do it. I bet I could pull that off. Hey, and Gouda Guy, thank you so much for the cool, approximately $20 US. Wait a second, Zeliard42 with the cool $2.79 Canadian. Hey, saying I'll one-up that. Yo, everyone put a big Z in the chat for Zilliard42. You know what? Put a 42, as a matter of fact, like Cliff White did. NFC, welcome. Saying, Gen B, I have a question. Hey, thank you so much. for the cool 42 Canadian dollars. No, it was $2.79 Canadian. But hey, thank you so much. Appreciate you. We got approximately 24 squats to do, everybody. Soul Wave. Ah, what a great way to finish off my vacation. Yo, welcome. Boom. The question, I love cats. Nintendo Fan Club? The answer, correct. Also, shoutouts to Tiny Cat, who is taking a nap next to the stream. Some people fall asleep to my streams, and my cat is included in that. Totodile emoji win. Oh my gosh, I keep talking about that. You know what? Nick the Frenchie, hold me to this. By Friday, we'll have a Totodile emoji. I have a problem. It's 11 a.m. and I haven't slept yet, says Frogs. Oh my gosh. Are you feeling okay? Tint Cam. That's right, Gouda guy. Alright, Sword of Kings within the next 9 Starmen Super. EarthBound is right. Welcome. Everyone put an Earth emoji in the chat. 2:35 a.m. for me and I haven't slept. Gouda guy? You should take care of yourself too. Get that Prince Pooh sword. Christopher Smack? I've been trying. 6.9 fights, says Rogue Effect. Alright, alright. We'll see it. We'll see it within 6.9 fights, he says. Not that one. I assume you meant Starman Super fights. So that was a regular Starman. You can tell because he only gave 5,000 something experience rather than 7,000 something. I already slept. Your autocorrect made you misread it. Gouda guy, wait, let me try it again. It's 2:35 a.m. for me, and I have slept. I see. Gouda guy, I'm glad you slept. I slept 6.5 hours, says Nintendo Fan Club. Guys, really get on Karma's butt for the Totodile sticker, says Genevieve B. 2 days! Yo, Sean R. is gonna be here on Wednesday, and that's pretty soon from now. That's in 2 days! According to my source, Sean R. Totodile sticker, yeah, dagger. Let's see if I have... Let's see if I can show him off. Not that guy. So, I made an image of a Totodile in MS Paint for our Pokemon Crystal playthrough a long time ago. Trying to see if I can find... Oh, here's the Mudkip. I'm trying to see if I have it available on OBS to just show it to you right now. But I don't see it anywhere. Okay, let me just find it for you. I'm gonna show you guys the Totodile here. When did I play Pokemon Crystal? Was that 2024? Here it is. I'll just show you this thumbnail that I used for part 10 of my Pokemon Crystal playthrough. That's the Totodile that we're talking about. Gonna make that into an emoji for the channel. Yo, that is gas, says Dagger. Thank you. Toesdile, says L. Robbie L. Welcome. Cameron Rice says, I love Totodile. So do I. What did we name him? I think we named him Windows XP for when we played Pokemon Crystal. This, like, percussion that you hear during this music is used in multiple parts throughout the game, and it's always a little bit creepy. Jimbo Slice, where the Pokemon streams at? Gonna get to Platinum and Mystery Dungeon kinda soon. Favorite Pokemon start from any generation? Mine is Cyndaquil, says Cliff White from Johto. Heck yeah. Mudkip is my fave, says Genevieve B. Do you mean this Mudkip? Hold on, I have one somewhere. There we are, there we are. Yeah, this Mudkip that I used for my Pokemon Emerald live streams. What did we name Mudkip? I forgot. My Swampert. What did we name him? I totally forgot. Mine was Cyndaquil too, Cliff, says Dagger. Tuba's level is now 66. Mudkip is actually great. He can use Ice Punch. That's true. That's what I heard, anyway. But how do you get Ice Punch? You have to find it in a TM that's, like, hard to find in Emerald? I don't know if we ever found it, Nick DeFrenchie. Wait, Nick DeFrenchie, are you thinking of, what's the one that turns into Quagsire? Wooper? My favorite starter is Bruxish, says L. What's my favorite starter? Stuffed Vulture. Yeah, Wooper. Okay, thank you. Thump's level is now 70. And he realized Life Up Omega. Oh, I got snuck. Got snuck up on. But it's only one guy here. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's run away. Venusaur. I do want to say Totodile might be my favorite, because he's just, like, scrappy and mischievous, you know? And you can learn Ice Punch later. Get him, Tuba. Get him, Bodie. The other day I was playing the Letterboxd, which is one of those, like, New York Times games on the app, like Wordle and all the other games, you know? But with the letters given, I spelled Bodie. It's not a real word, but I was like, ooh, you can spell Bodie. You can spell Bodie today. Ice Punch. Stitch Pilot says, I love those things. What are you talking about? The Power Robot? Alve says, day off. Sup, Karma? Yo, welcome. Still searching for the Sword of Kings and not finding it. Unless I found it and didn't notice. But that'd be pretty unlikely, right? Favorite games are Gold, Silver, but I play Ruby more because I have an emu on my computer. An emu on my computer, says Cliff White. Yeah, I lived with someone who had a copy of Gold, but the save battery didn't work. Okay, lunchtime, says Genevieve B. What you having? 1% Sword of Kings, says Avis. Yeah, right. Like it's gonna happen on the next try, Avis. Where'd they go? Okay, maybe they got bored of me. Yeah, yeah, Avis. I can't find it anymore because they're all like, all right, we're clocking out. Time to go home. Ham and cheese, says Chedavive in the chat. I already had lunch. It was a Lunchable. Yo, Cameron Rice. Which one? You gotta specify. Genevieve, you drive a hard bargain. Steak burritos for all. Yo, person. That's very generous of you. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Bodhi, since he can only equip guns, he can never actually critical hit. So any weapon that, instead of saying bash, says shoot on the command, That is a weapon that cannot critical hit. I forgot Thump was homesick, which is why he was thinking about his mom there. I'm actually going to shoot here with Bodhi so I don't do splash damage, because I don't want to accidentally kill this Starman super before I kill the other enemies. Like, I want to kill this guy last. What if, instead of the Sword of Kings, it was the Sword of Freaks, and it got freaky? L? Most kings I know, a little bit freaky, so... King tried to raid you yesterday, but we didn't see you on, so we raided Megar. Yeah, I was gonna stream yesterday, and then I just, like, started not feeling that great, so... Thanks for letting me know, though. Yeah, that guy was playing Mega Man 5 last night, huh? A favorite of mine, just because I used to have a copy of it. I got it for my birthday when I turned, like, 7 or 8. And then I lost that copy of Mega Man 5, which is a shame, because that game is, like, I don't know, it goes for, like, $80 to $100 now. Cameron Rice says, right now I'm watching Unsolved Mysteries? Heck yeah. The one with Robert Stack? Anytime, as long as you're all good. Hey, appreciate you. Don't know this game. Far in? Yeah, Alve. So this is EarthBound for the Super Nintendo. You may have seen the character Ness in a lot of the Smash Bros. Games. I think all of them, right? He's from this game. I named him Thump during this playthrough. But his default name is Ness. And we are pretty far in. I'm like level 70 at this point, and I don't know. I think when you get to this part of the game, you should be around level 50 to 60. 45 to 55, I would say. But because I've been trying to find this one item for so long, I ended up getting a ton of level ups. I'm very overpowered. He snuck! He snuck on me! Oh, just a regular Snar man. Let's run. We did. I wish Reggie Nintendo would just make EarthBound 2 already. Yeah, L. Localize Mother 3. The sequel to this game came out in like 2006, but it was never translated officially. And so we didn't get it here in North America. Bert O'Neill. Bro's hog is massive, he says, and that is why I found the Sword of Kings on this battle. Dang it. Would have been a good clip. Giga Chad? Yeah, it's been a while. Haven't found it yet. No luck. Have a fan-translated copy of Mother 3 on my GBA. Yeah, I bought a cart of that a long time ago. Actually, 2 of them to get as gifts for friends. And the translation is actually pretty darn good. The unofficial fan translation. Actually, my bud played Ness as his main. Kicked my butt every time. Alve, in which Smash Bros? I'm guessing N64. Kelly R says, KJ, I've gone after the sword a few times in my life. More than a few times. I swear, you either get it in the first 3 battles or it takes 2 to 3 days. Yes, that is also my experience, Kelly R. Calix, Marcus Felix, Frogs, L, I'm glad you're here. Please tell us, Frogs, your memories of everything so far. Hop, save your game? Yeah, the save the game Frogs. "10 more fights should do it," says Sears. All right, let's hope you're right this time. As you have been every time. Get him, Gumbo. Thump thought about eating some liquor and started craving it. Yeah, that's one of the, that's, I guess, one of the randomly generated texts that you can get when Thump is homesick. It doesn't always say liquor. That's just the thing that I happen to use as my favorite food when it asks me. When it asks you to input your favorite food at the beginning of the game. L6. Thump, you're so real for that, says L. Rita Knight says, what's your opinion on Mother 3? Amazing game. They should just port it. They should just bring it. They should just bring it to North America. People will be like, yo, this is awesome. Level 71. Bodhi's level 65. Thank you, bro. Mother 3 is peak. Yeah, actually one of my favorite games of all time. Haven't streamed it yet. Haven't played it for YouTube yet. For some reason. Dat Earthbounder. What about Mother 1? Still a good game. Haven't played that one in decades, but they brought that one over to the Nintendo Switch. There's an official English translation that you can play if you have the NSO. The NES-O. Yeah, that game's pretty good. It will kick your butt at times, though. Just because it's got that, like, unforgiving, like, RPG logic where it's like, oh, you're exploring, huh? Well, you went the wrong way. Here's an enemy that's, like, 30 levels more powerfuler than you. Robbie L., I see you saying hello multiple times. Hello to you, too, again. It's funny because the English translation of Mother 1 was technically made in the late 80s. It was just never released. Yeah, Rita Knight. I do remember when the ROM was dumped online. Like, somebody found a cartridge of a translated Mother 1 that, like, at a yard sale or something, that just had never been released in America. So they were like, let's put the ROM online. Very silly. I got the Sword of Kings after only, like, 10 minutes. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Oh no, I'm falling asleep again. Nick the Frenchie, it's because I haven't found the Sword of Kings. And honestly, whose fault is that? It's Starman Super's fault, I would say. Oh baby, defense went up by 3. Chicken? Tell him to drop the sword. Drop the weapon! TBH, I prefer the fan translation. It's much more accurate, and I like the original town names better. Wait, of which one? Of Mother 1, you mean? It should only take 10 fights. I'm 39% positive. That's, like, pretty good, Sears. I'll take those odds. What's your favorite ice cream flavor, says Stitch Pilot 49. Lately, I've really been into the cookies and cream flavor that Ben & Jerry's has. Not sponsored. Other than that, man, give me anything with cookie dough or caramel. Like, I'm not picky, you know? Peanut butter. But also, Genevieve B has gotten me into any sort of flavor that's like fruit plus chocolate. Cookie dough is goated, says L and Stitch Pilot. No caramel in the coffee, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Genevieve B, so, like, we were just talking about how, like, any sort of coffee flavor that, like, you get, like, a bag of ground coffee, and it's, like, chocolate caramel delight. That tastes awful. It tastes nothing like chocolate or caramel. It tastes like somebody mixed a bunch of, like, facial cleansers together. So yeah, it's great for your skin. Watermelon and chocolate. Elvis, haven't tried that one. Tastes like burnt cake. Frogs? I wish it tasted that good. Raspberry chocolate chip. Sounds great, says Avis. Yeah, well, it tastes like facial cleanser. But yeah, I mean, it's really good for the skin inside of your mouth, sure. Genevieve B, yes. The raspberry chip, pretty darn good. And that's a flavor that I would have overlooked if it weren't for you. Good luck, says Secret Seal. Bang! This guy got smashed. Thank you so much, SS. Secret Seal, I should say. Not SS. Let's not call it that. Let's not say that. Smash, says L. Got him. I'm stuck in Magicant. Got any tips? Maxi Boo, when you say stuck, do you mean you don't know how to progress the story, or you keep getting whooped? You did it, says Sears. Caramel pineapple cocoa, says Nick DeFrenchie. That sounds interesting. I love pineapple. I love all of those things individually. I keep getting whooped. Okay, so are you getting whooped by the end boss, by the boss of Magicant? Because I know that guy does like an instant death attack that can just be really pesky. If you have the Night Pendant, you're pretty much immune to that. No, says Maxi Boo. So often what I do in Magicant, just because the enemies are so annoying, is like if I see a big group of them, I'll walk back, then walk forward, trying to despawn them. Jucifer! I love how every time I pop into your stream, you're saying something iconic. Love it. Hey, welcome. That's just what I do. Yeah, Cameron Rice, that's what I'm trying to avoid, thank you. Gary P2! Happy Monday, KarmaJolt. Thanks for the shout-out in your last short. My wife thinks I'm famous now. Aren't you? Gary P2. Yo, everyone put the P2 in the chat for Gary P2 because they are famous now. Bap2, I see you as well. Lord Toast says howdy, but tiny. Been a while since I caught one of your streams. Bap2, I'm glad you made it. P2, P2. GP2, though, is someone else, right? That's Gary Payton II. Who is like a pretty good NBA athlete. I don't know if he's ever made an All-Star game, but he's the son of Hall of Famer Gary Payton, who won a championship with the Miami Heat. And Gary Payton, too, his son, won a championship with the Golden State Warriors in, like, 2022, I want to say. So one of the few father-son duos who both won championships in the NFL. I'm sorry, the NBA. Gary P2 with the cool $5 saying, KarmaJolt is great. At Tell Your Friends. Hey, appreciate you. Everyone put the P2 in the chat for Gary P2. As we got 29 squats to go, everybody. Thank you so much. P2, P2, P2. Any sports fans out there? If so, name the other father-son duo that won championships in the NBA. There might be more than just those two, but I can only think of two. Da Bear, says Alve. Our Victor, welcome. KJ would win a sport trivia championship. Avis, I don't think I would. I know a lot about, like, 90s sports. And then again, really only NFL and NBA. Some baseball. I'm a Bills fan, says Stitch Pilot. You know what? I was rooting for you guys last year. And that's coming from me, who is like not a diehard Chiefs fan, but a Chiefs fan. My favorite team, though, is the New Orleans Saints. And they haven't been good since Drew Brees retired. Bills. And Luke Walton, says Sears. Yes! Bill and Luke Walton. father and son combo who each won championships in the NBA. Bill Walton, the late Bill Walton, won championships with the Boston Celtics and the Portland Trail Blazers back in the 70s. The man was a force, a unit. Luke Walton was never great. I don't think he made an All-Star game, not a Hall of Famer. But he won 2 championships with the Lakers when Kobe Bryant led them to championships back-to-back. In fact, I think he also won a championship as an assistant coach for the Lakers, did he not? In 2020? Rick Barry and the other Barry? Oh, Sears, tell me about that. Even if you have to Wikipedia it. Yeah, Rick Barry won a championship probably with the Golden State Warriors in the 70s, maybe? Rob SVO, hey, Sword of King's grind. Was just doing that last night. Yeah, it's taken a while. Walton, it sounds familiar to a YouTube series called The Walton Files, creator inspired by FNAF. Our Victor? I don't know about that. Sounds interesting. Gary P2, yeah, you got auto-corrected. I read those out loud every time. But thank you so much. Al V, you're a Chicago fan? I see you, L. Yeah, well, the Cubs did win their World Series in, like, 2016, right? Warriors, me too. I'm a Bay Area guy. Gary P2, I didn't realize that. Are you a 49ers guy, too? Mr. Bobo, I see you. Nick DeFrenchie, thanks for showing up. Yeah, Mr. Bobo, trying to get the Sword of Kings. And last I streamed, which was 2 nights ago, I spent maybe 2 hours on it, something like that. With no luck. Couldn't find it. Well, I had some luck. I found the brain food lunch, which is a rare drop. I hear that chicken clucking. Yo, JD Nooks? Yeah, I'm hungry. The Walter Files. Oh, I see you, L. Did I read it wrong? My eyesight is not that great, so I apologize. 2 more, says Outlaw. I like when people try to call it, because just in case you're right, we're gonna go nuts. Like, if somebody calls it, like, it's on this battle, and then it happens, boom. Instant viral clip that will get 103 views. Not a Niners fan. My team moved to Vegas. Ah, Raiders. Gary P2, I can't imagine that. I guess I can imagine it. Oh no, not the Sword of King's grind, says Presilly. Did I get your name right? And welcome. How many battles so far? JD Nooks, every time I do this, I try to keep a tally, and then I forget. I just get distracted and forget to take the tally. So I got to 3 and then completely forgot to keep tallying. Get over here. Get over here like it's Mortal Kombat. They're doing the A's dirty too. I feel like I'm cursed. Yeah, didn't they win like a bunch of World Series in like the late 80s? The late A's tees? I don't know if you're into baseball too. Casually, Gary P2. I don't even have a team that I like anymore for baseball because like when I was in high school, I was like, you know what? Nobody around here likes the Houston Astros. I'm going to start liking them. And then they became the most hated team in baseball, and like rightfully so, you know? There was a cheating scandal where the Houston Astros were essentially caught cheating during their games, and they received virtually no punishment. Next encounter, guaranteed sword drop. L, thank you. They were in the Earthquake series in the late 80s. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, one of the World Series games was postponed in the late 80s because of an earthquake that happened, like, during, like, the first inning or something, or right before the game started. Lol, them cheaters. Kink, that's right. L says, next encounter guaranteed. Yeah, obviously you meant the next one. Not that one. Not that one. I messed that up. That was my fault. After the Cubs won the World Series, I kind of stopped watching MLB. Yeah, Person was just talking about Kink. My friend Kink in the chat. Great name. Apparently he tried to raid me last night, but I wasn't streaming. Yeah, no, I wanted to stream last night, and then I got, like, a slight headache, and then a lot of, I just lost my motivation, you know? Okay, this one is what you meant, right? This one has the Sword of Kings. Gosh dang it, we're gonna have to do an actual battle. Let's do this. Chrono Todd says we need Tint Cat luck. You might be right. Tint Cat is right now in Morph Ball form. Tinny Cat, you're doing great. Tim Carr, Timothy Vehicle. Yeah, press silly. That power robot, pesky enemy, because he explodes. Making myself some ramen with garlic bread. Yo, Calyx? Sounds like a classic. That one had the Sword of Kings, said Frogs. The one that I ran from? Well, what I did there is I used the spy command, which will find any sort of presence that the enemy might drop. So you can spy on the Starman Super to see if he has the Sword of Kings. Although, to be fair, I think what can happen is you spy on him and the game rolls to see whether he's got a treasure chest behind him. And if he doesn't, you can then defeat that enemy, and then the game will re-roll, be like, okay, now does he have a present on him? So it can be a no, then a yes. It's usually a yes, then a no if he's got it. Yeah, what are you doing? What WTF are you doing right now? Yeah, so Alve, let me explain one more time. I'm trying to find a very rare item drop from this yellow guy, the Starman Super, because he can drop the only weapon in the game that will increase Gumbo's offense. It's a very rare drop. It's, your odds are 1 in 128. And you can only fight this enemy in this dungeon. But I cannot come back to this dungeon after I beat it. Because, well, I can, but if I beat this dungeon, the enemies stop spawning here. So I have to do it on my first visit, essentially. Wait, is that the original Star Walker? No, this is a remake. Kink? I don't know what you're talking about. Joe Mama? I don't know, it could be. A lot of drops in EarthBound are 1 in 128. Yes. Yeah, they love that number. Shoutouts to numbers. What's your favorite number, everybody? I love me some prime numbers, like 11 and 13. Chicken? I agree. It's a reference to Deltarune, which pull from a lot of old games like this. Oh, yeah, Deltarune? Zach Wise, I see you. 8, says Genevieve B. 2012, says R. Victor. Tell me why. You're 1 in 128, Parma. Gouda guy? Thanks. I like irrational numbers, says Frog. Like pi? Looking forward to Mother 2 Deluxe 3.0 release. A lot of people have been talking about that. I never played Mother 2 Deluxe. I know Mega Harv did. I like even numbers, says Calyx. What's the only even number that is also a prime number? 666, 777, 256, 64, level 42, Crush 40, 69, 420, 867, 5309. 2, says Sears and Joseph Neal. Genevieve B, I know you know. Wait, frogs, what are we talking about? Jemmy! Man, they're high-tech underground. Yeah, well, they're from 2,000 years in the future. So, like, 2025 or something. 87, says Cliff White. That's a good one. Deltarune was a combo of EarthBound and Final Fantasy. Our Victor? It was a combination of a lot of other things, too. But yeah, Deltarune, amazing, actually. I like irrational numbers, too, but they never agree on anything. Like, I say, let's go get something cheap for dinner, and they're like, let's buy the moon. So irrational. Well, Kink, if you could buy the moon, actually, that sounds like a poor investment. Sum 41 is retiring? Yeah, Cliff White, I think one of my friends was telling me about that. Like, they did their farewell tour, essentially. No Sword of Kings. Oh my gosh. At this rate, I'll win 2 NBA championships before I find the Sword of Kings. Like I'm Bill Walton. Actually, I am a 2-time champ in my the local skee-ball league at the bar. If you're a channel member, you might have even seen the video of my guy Bruce hitting the series-winning, the season-winning 100. Super clutch throw. Who saw that, by the way? I know Genevieve B saw it because she was there, and you can hear her in the video. And then Jackie J will win one. Sears? Speaking of winning one, we finally found the Sword of Kings, everybody. And Gumbo took it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, not only did I win Season 49 of the Arcadia Portland Skee-Ball League, but we also won the Sword of Kings. Look at this. It increases his offense by 30, which is like not a powerful weapon, right? But it's a rare drop. It drops 1 in 128 from the Sword of Kings. I'm sorry, from the Starman Super. And it's the only weapon in the game that increases Gumbo's offense. You can equip him with the yo-yo, but it actually decreases his offense when you do that. But later in the game, we'll glitch an item into this weapon slot that actually gives him more offense than the Sword of Kings. And it gives him some guts, I believe. But we'll do that later. Hey, everybody, put the sword emoji in the chat, because we found the Sword of Kings. Exactly 10 fights, says Sears. Yeah, it only took us definitely only 10 fights and not like 3 years. Sword of Kings. Gumbo can equip this weapon. It increases your offense. Legendary item, yeah. It's so legendary that it increases your offense, is all they have to say about it. Congratulations, says Zach Wise. Hey, thank you so much. I'm just glad that we can get out of here now. Let's do the rest of the dungeon. Watch me die now, somehow. That would be so sad. But this music isn't sad. Hey, thank you, everybody. Good job getting the sword, Karma. Wayne, appreciate you. All he needed to do was talk about the ski ball. Yeah, JD? To all ski ball. Random power glitch. Well, you are homesick. Elvis Pressplay? Thump is homesick. We can finally start the stream, says Gouda Guy. Yes, you're right. And with that, let's do 20 squats. We've got 29 to go, is that correct? Let's do it. Let's do 20. Because we found the Sword of Kings, everybody. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 AQ, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hey, thanks for the squats. Now again, there are a lot of items in this game that are like rare pieces of equipment that you can find by grinding out enemies just like I did here. For example, the Goddess Ribbon is a piece of armor. It's a ribbon that you can equip on Tuba that you can find later in the game from the Ghost of Starman. The reason I always look Omar S for the Sword of Kings is because this is I think the only rare drop in the game that you can miss permanently. Again, if you don't get it now and then you beat this dungeon, you miss your chance to get the Sword of Kings. Randomly catching you live is sweet. I unconditionally love you, says PJ O'Connell. The feeling is mutual. Thanks for being here. Whew, Cliff White, yeah, I need to breathe. Just did 20 squats there. EarthBound for SNES is in my top 5 favorite games, says Omar S. Yeah, and I'm glad that you recognized my my profile picture. That little, do I have it somewhere? My Foxhound logo. The little fox with the gun. That is an MS Paint illustration that I made in MS Paint of the Foxhound logo from the Metal Gear games. Specifically from Metal Gear 2. Oops, I meant to, like, use an item or something. Spicy jerky. Recipe for making spicy jerky. Obtain some type of meat, slice it into pieces about ½ an inch thick, season the pieces as much as possible. Hang the pieces on a laundry line or something like it, and leave out in the sun for maybe 8 months. Well, that's what my recipe says. When eaten, you recover about 250 HP. That's pretty good. Let's use it. Tuba, you like the spicy stuff? PJ, love you too. Just finished Legend of Dragoon for the first time. Watching EarthBound is a nice detox. Yeah, PJ, Legend of Dragoon is another one that took me forever when I streamed it. But a lot of that was because I was streaming it on console on an actual, like the actual PlayStation disc. Karma hasn't seen my text yet. No, I did. Genevieve B, I said you drive a hard bargain, but I accept. Marzin, Luke D. Marzin, you mean this Sword of Kings? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Legend of Dragoon took me a long time, first of all, because it's a long freaking game. Secondly, because I was streaming it on, like, an actual PlayStation 2 with an actual PlayStation disc. So, no, I think at first I was streaming it from a PlayStation. Then my PlayStation broke. And then I was gifted a PlayStation 2. And then that broke. Then when we got to disc 3, after, like, getting another PlayStation 2... my disc 3 was scratched, so Sean R. sent me a new one. And then I think that PlayStation... oh no, and then I moved. But then I was gifted a PlayStation 3. So shoutouts to Molly M. But we were eventually able to get it. Please take my son along. Oh my god, take my son. Yeah, Genevieve, I didn't text you back. I just said it out loud. Did you want to text back? I played it on legit hardware too. PS1 with an X station, so I didn't have your disc issue. That's a saga in itself. What'd you think of the English translation? Oh, I love how poorly that game is translated. Not even kidding. That's probably my favorite part of the game. Is that every character sounds extra dumb. Let's use one of these. Oh, the jar of hot sauce wasn't good on the Skip Sandwich DX, apparently. Or else it tells you, right? Like, it tells you that, like, it was pretty good, you know? Ooh, it's extra spooky in here, everybody. And I think there's, like, a really good item that you can get up here. Andrew, what's going on? Didn't realize that your icon was painted. Looks better than the real Foxhound logo. Yeah, I drew that in MS Paint. Omar S. George L. Someone hold me, I'm scared. Okay, but I gotta hold you and go fast at the same time. Sure, I guess I'll fight these guys. And I love that when you're equipped with the Sword of Kings, your fight option is still bash. Like, as if you're hitting him with the hilt. Maybe that's why it only gives you 30 offense. It should be something like stab, or chop, or slice. I assume you haven't ever streamed the Halloween hack. I have not, but I know what that is. That seems like a demonetization sensation. PJ O'Connell, yeah, is it like graphic and vulgar? That's a Toby Fox thing, right? Maybe with the pommel. Yeah, that's... Okay, so the pommel is the word for the handle, right? And the hilt is the, like, the hand guard? Ooh, there's a Pixie's bracelet in there. This guy already has insane defense, so I don't know if he needs this. Let's actually give that to Tuba, who has the worst defense out of all of us. But dang, her inventory is stacked. I'm gonna keep it that way. Why are we talking about swords? Gun can one-shot. Andrew, not in this game. Like, this guy here has a death ray, which I have to imagine is, like, more powerful than, like, I don't know, a regular gun. And it doesn't one-shot. He's not weak, but it doesn't one-shot. The pommel is that bit under the handle. Not every sword has one. Oh, like the little ball at the end? Boom, 158. 158 defense there. What does this do? Pixie's bracelet must be equipped on your arm. It increases your defense, helps keep you from being hypnotized. It also increases your luck. Yeah, because famously, pixies never fall asleep. That's probably a good item down there, but we'll get it after. A death ray has got to be more powerful than a regular ray. Yeah, but not Ray Charles or Ray Allen. No problem here, he says. Are you sure about that? Oh no, Bloop Glub. Can't see anything. Bloop Glub. Bodie Bloop. Where is Bodie Bloop? KO, can breathe. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh no. Uh-oh. Glub can't breathe. Next bloop, next room. Are they just underwater this whole time? Like, while I was searching for the Sword of Kings? What is this? You're much stronger than our intelligence indicated. We're not prepared for that eventuality. I'd like to think that he's censoring a swear here. We're not beeping prepared for that eventuality. The prophecy from the click apple of enlightenment may be true. These might just be like ticks, you know, for like a Tourette's thing. But you must not underestimate us. Karma, use a life ray and become the ultimate yin and yang. Not freaking prepared, bub. That's right, Genevieve B. So, like, I want to say this guy starts with a shield. Let's use the shield killer on her. And yeah, I said her, because why not? A Starman can be a lady. And let's use one of these. Why not? Let's use a bag of Dragonite. What's he gonna do? Ice punch me? But here I'm using a Psychic Shield to block any sort of incoming Psychic attacks. And then do 500 damage with a bag of Dragonite. Shield Killer did not work there. He fired a beam, though. Let's use Life Up Beta on Gumbo, which I realize is unreliable because Thump is homesick here, so it might not work. Then I'm using Freeze and Freeze. Oh yeah, okay. He's got one of those shields that deflects. Yeah, that's a bad idea. It only did 20 to Tuba though because she has the. This guy knows Starstorm? She has the rain pendant, so freeze doesn't affect her that much, even if it is reflected. Let's try to revive my friend Gumbo. And you know what? Tuba will use a bomb. A super bomb, as a matter of fact. Nate, I did get the sword, and then my friend Gumbo died, but then was revived. Just in time to get the experience for the battle, too. Thump gained 40,000 experience. I think we get fully healed after this, and it will cure Thump's homesickness, but I'm not sure. Tuba was at level 69, and I didn't realize it. When you defeated the Starman DX, the Stonehenge base ceased functioning. I remember being really creeped out by that as a kid, like that one sound effect that it uses there. Actually, let me back up and show it to you. Gonna save here. Alright, so I just backed up using the rewind function. This. And then the screen shaking. And then this, like, low humming sound here. I don't know why that creeped me out so much as a kid. But the sound design, again, in this game is just, like, really unsettling. I love it so much. It sounds like the game over sound effect initially. Kind of, PJ. Yeah, no, I hear that. I see that. And then it goes back to the regular creepy sounds. Oh, they all got out of the capsules. I guess they all found that every capsule in the back has just like a little hatch that you can open. I was scared, but I knew I'd be saved if I courageously just sat here and waited long enough. That's what I thought, but I began to lose hope. I'm so glad you saved me after all. Well, I expected there to be about a 7% chance that you would rescue me. I just thought that it was a good opportunity to meet Mr. Saturn. Anytude X. I'm doing great. How are you? I also got to meet Dr. Andonuts. See ya. What? You're looking for the book Overcoming Shyness? I returned it to the Onnet library. Oh, you know what? He would probably say Onet, because that's how people from out of town pronounce it, and he lives in Tucson. I think there are still 7 or so to beat after this. Alex B, what are we talking about? Sirefly. What even is a Mr. Saturn? He's a cool guy. Please use the book to help the Shy Tenda tribe. Anyway, because I knew you, I had an incredible experience. Wow. I was kidnapped by some of Gygas's toadies. Kidnapped, happy, rescued. I give you ribbon. Heck yeah, Tuba got the Saturn ribbon. Okay, so I thought you got this like way earlier in the game, but this is what I'm thinking of. He gives it to you here. Boom, and suddenly her defense is like substantial there. 188? Let's see what it does. Saturn ribbon. Miscellaneous equipment that can only be used by Tuba. When equipped, your luck is increased. Same as the one that Mr. Saturn wears on his head. Oh, yeah, I'm one of them now. Since our imprisonment is now over, I want to start on the phase distorter as soon as possible. Oh, I almost forgot to thank you. Thank you. Don't worry about us. You've got important things to do. All right, I won't. Bodhi, buddy. Amount of games to beat on the SNES Classic. Alex, I think it's down to 4 after this. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Kirby's Dream Course, Star Fox 2. What I'm talking about here, Vela, is I set a goal for myself so that I can, I wanted to finish every game on the SNES Classic by the end of this year. And those are the games we have left to go after this. Oh me, oh my. You came to rescue me, pal. Oh, Thump? I'm Tony. I'm Bodhi's best friend. I've known him for the longest time. I'm better friends with him than you are. Got a split, says Gary P2. Have a great day, everyone. We'll catch you later. Yo, everyone put a P2 in the chat. For Gary P2. I was kidnapped while milking a cow on my farm. I didn't think they'd get a ransom by kidnapping little old me. I think they meant to kidnap the cow, and they missed. This is the happiest moment of my life. No matter what happens, I will live 10,000 years. Thanks for all that you've done. Yeah, so, like I was saying, after you beat the boss of this Stonehenge base, all the enemies despawn. Or I guess I should say they stop spawning. Let's use the speed capsule on Bodhi, who is the MVP. Who's the MVP, most ballinest player. Okay, have a good walk, Avis. Avis, you heading out? You walking away? Don't you walk away from me. No, feel free. Have a good walk. There's a broken trumpet. I got a lot of broken stuff in my inventory. Yeah, Maxiboo said, I used the exit mouse after defeating Starman DX. I could do that too. Let's use him now. The mouse found the way out and waved for you to follow. And he'll just take you straight out. Saves you a bunch of time. I did want to get those treasures, though. Whoops, beat up a caveman. Finally, we can get out of there. Not yet. After the stream, been missing too much EB. Hey, Avis, I appreciate you. So let's see here. Oh, Thump is still homesick. Okay, so I didn't get a proper chance to show this off last time I streamed EarthBound, but there is a status effect called Homesick, which you see here. So the Homesick status effect can only affect the main character, who I named Thump, but we all know canonically his name is Zelda. But when Thump is homesick, there's just a chance that during battle, instead of doing whatever you want him to do, he'll do nothing and say like, oh, Thump misses home. Thump thought about his mom and misses his mom. You can easily cure it, though, by calling your mom or visiting home. But you get this dialogue if you call home while homesick. Hello, Thump. What's wrong? You sound so sad. Are you homesick, dear? Well, I knew there would be days like this. It must make you feel better listening to your mom's sweet voice. So do you feel any better? Well, I'd better get going. I'm in the middle of my ironing. Bye. Click, beep, beep, beep. She's like, I ain't got time to talk to you. But Thump gets over being homesick when you do that. I'm homesick. Anyone have Homatussin? Oh my gosh. Omar H. Yes. I have, healing beta for you. Hey, let's do 9 squats, everybody. Which revitalize me, just like a good night's sleep. But you're still hungry. Alright, ready? We got 9 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Nailed it. Straw Hat Brian, you get the Chrono Trigger reference. That's why the game is called Mother. Yes, that's it, Elvis. Wait a second, Dagger with the cool $5 saying, give me 5 more. Yo, everyone put the dagger emoji in the chat. Like we just found the Dagger of Kings. Hey, thank you so much. All right, let's do them now. You heard the man. Five squats, ready? 1, David W. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 extra. Because I lost my balance on the first one. All right. Dark Moonery, thank you and welcome. Hey, Dagger, I appreciate you. Okay. So, now that we destroyed a bunch of aliens and found a legendary sword, obviously, we gotta go to the library. Sears with the cool $1.61. Everyone put a Z in the chat for Sears with a Z. Let's round that up to 2. How about that? Yes, sir. Thanks for taking my mind off being sick. Dark Moonery, I won't even mention it. Hey, appreciate you. Okay, let's teleport back to On It. Some people call it O-Net, but that's how you know they're from out of town. I'm sorry, you want me to do 1.61? All right, I'll do 61% of a squat. Whoa, was that taxi stopping for me? Being like, those might be customers. Let's stop for a minute. PJ O'Connell, only because you love me. Let's go to the, actually, you know what? Let's go visit my mom. 61% of a squat. Straw Hat Brian. More like Squat Hat Brian. I call it one-et, like one-nit, two-son, etc. Yeah, no, I get that. It just doesn't sound right, you know? Daniel F., how are you? I'm doing great because I found the Sword of Kings. You're back. Don't bother yourself with talking now. You look too tired. Mothers understand these things. Eat some liquor and scoot up to bed. Want? Working through the night. Bodhi fixed the broken trumpet. And we got the defense shower from it, everybody. Which is a reusable item that basically does the defense spray, but on your entire party. And, like, that's way better than the defense spray, and it's still not good. I just feel like the buffs, like the offense up, and, like, defense down debuff as well. I just feel like none of those are good in this game. There's an EarthBound mural in Tucson, Arizona. Google Maps says it's on Speedway in Rosemont on the Northwest Block. On the Northwest Block, place is called Game Fan. Marcus Felix? That's awesome. I'll have to look that up. Cupid Punch! I always called him Nintendo S. My gosh. Defense Shower, one of the best things in the game. Really, Stitch Pilot? I, like, never ever used it. Increases the defense of all the friends. Oh, you gotta be friends. It's the most effective. It is most effective if you use this power multiple times to layer the effect. It can be used many times. Now you can shower with your friends. Elvis? Yes. I don't want to go out anymore. Okay, I thought he'd say something else. Good morning, everyone. Are you ready for your adventure? I think all of you are the bee's knees. Yes, I do. You are also cool. Yes, you're hip. Thanks, Mom. Mom's so nice. Let's go visit my friend Liar X Adjurate. I actually don't even know if he's still in his house. Having a shower mid-battle seems legit. Wayne, I mean, these people will eat like an entire pizza in the same amount of time that it takes them to swing a frying pan. So, like, maybe they're just really efficient about it, you know? Treasure Hunter, this is Liar X Agerate's house. Lier X Agerate's house. That's probably how he pronounces it. Yeah, he's just got a big old ladder and a dig site under his house. I guess if I had like a busted house with a cool-ass cave underneath, I would mostly hang out in the cave. I did buy the little house, Straw Hat Brian. I haven't been able to get my hands on the treasure, but when I do a job, I do it well. I'm a man's man. When the game is over, I may be a hero. You might ignore me now, but you'll see later. Huh. Why am I so fascinated with that relatively insignificant character? Buffs are awesome, says Avis P. Yeah, that's why I do so many squats. Or you could just win sooner by being aggressive, says Elvis Pressplay. Yes. Oh, you mean rather than buffing your party with, like, the defense shower? Just, like, use that opportunity to shoot somebody? Yeah, no, exactly, Elvis Pressplay. It's like, I could buff my party for, like, 4 defense each or something, which will maybe save me 2 or 3 HP, or I could, like, shoot somebody with a bazooka, you know? Which one is better and sounds funner, you know? Of course, in this game, you end up needing to shower pretty often, so I get it if you want to use the defense shower. Yes, some people are guessing, but people have looked at the code for EarthBound, and that's how it works. Stuff Vulture, wait, what are we talking about? Oh, yeah, Elvis, you just said, like, the same thing, huh? So yeah, the way I think about buffs in RPGs is like with something like Tension or like the offense up powers in like Etrian Odyssey 3, which are super busted, it's like, okay, does this offensive buff, will it help me deal more damage than if I just attacked every turn? Like, if something gives you, like, a 30% damage increase over the course of 4 turns, that's going to be efficient, right? But if you use it once, and then you end up attacking with that character, like, once or twice more, that's inefficient, because you could have just attacked that turn instead. Hi, it's not necessary to return the map now. Come back in the year 2001 to return it. In the future. Whenever you win a battle, but not an instant win, Ness has a certain probability of becoming homesick. The probability depends on Ness's level. Does it get higher or lower with level, Stuffed Vulture? That's interesting, I didn't know. Tyranny is a game you have to buff or you're gonna die. Shoot, you just die anyway. Dark Moonery? I don't know that one. Level 1 to 15, 0 out of 256. 16 to 30, 3 out of 256. 31 to 75, 2 out of 256. Level 76 to 99, 0 out of 256. Oh, so eventually you get to a high enough level where it cannot happen anymore. I'm cramming for the big test tomorrow. It's all about games. Hotel rule. If you stay at a hotel, you'll wake up with full HP and PP. Life recovery rule. Recovering your life will give you full HP, but 0 PP. I bet this stuff will be on the test. I love that these people just, like, tell you how the game works. They tell you how JRPGs work, but in a way that makes it seem like they need to know this stuff in their universe. That guy real quiet, because it's a library. There are books other than Overcoming Shyness. You found the book, Overcoming Shyness. No alchemy recipes or anything in those other books? That's awesome. We found it. Hey, now that we're in a library, let's do some squats. We've got 1.61 squats to go. Thank you, Sears. Ready? 1.61. Oh, that was really more like 0.69, but okay, you got a bargain there. Whoa, says Sears. Yeah, squatting in the library. Wasn't even alive in 2001, says Stitch Pilot. Where's the other 0.08? Genevieve B? Yeah, no, I accidentally did 1.69 there, I feel like. I'm gonna round that up to 2. Just because I don't like having long numbers on the count here. It's distracting and very funny. Literally had Ness get homesick a couple battles after calling home. Stuffed vulture, that makes sense to me though. It's like I call home, I hear my mom, then I'm like, I want to be home, you know? It's like, oh, I call home and it turns out both my brothers are home visiting for the holidays, and I'm like, shoot, I'm missing out. At Giant Step, there's a monster guarding that spot from the outside world. No one knows when the monster made Giant Step. I'm sorry, no one knows when the monster made Giant Step its territory. It was a weird sentence, but I get what they're saying. I stopped getting homesick around 12 to 13. Yeah, Genevieve B. Yeah, I don't think it can happen to me either anymore. I'm too high a level because of all the squats. I wonder if he's stronger than my wife. Why is that funny? Gumbo with 422 HP. Man, look at those stats. After leveling up like way too much trying to find that Sword of Kings. Hey, I think now might be a pretty good time to show off the rock candy glitch. Let's set that up after we do the events of the Tenda village. So let's go back there. I'm at work, zero mind here. Person? That's how I was at work too. Sears, it was kind of funny. We're shy. And also, while I'm at it, let's do this first, actually. We're all shy. Rumor is there's a book to fix shyness. There is. Where? I don't know. Just a rumor. So yeah, like we established before, pretty much everyone here is too shy to say anything to you. They're just shy. But there's one guy who's not shy. Shy, that we are. There's only one Tenda who's not shy. It's me, Bubby. You know what? There's something scary that comes from the underground, so we covered up the hole. There are lots of dinosaurs there. I went there once, but I came right back because I was so surprised. There was a talking stone that talks a lot. Do you want to go and see? I understand, but I'm not as strong as I look. I'm sorry, I guess I can't help you. The guy next to me is strong, but he lacks conversation skills. He needs to overcome his shyness first. Your video like ratios are very consistent with your viewer count on average. Dagger, thank you. Marcus Felix, thank you for the candy. How many battles did you need to get the Sword of Kings? Nicholas McMahon Watson, Sears says it was about 10. Grifter, hey brother, did you get your Sword of Kings? I got it just like 30 minutes ago, I would say. Joe Schmo, I got lucky getting the Sword of Kings last time I played. It took me about 10 minutes. Yeah, so last time we streamed, I spent maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours on it. Then this stream, it probably took me... Actually, I have no idea. Maybe another 30 minutes. But we got it. Let's use this shyness book. Book? Can fix shyness. Thanks. Relax. It's the same book from Secret of Mana that will flip to the picture of the naughty picture of the naked lady on the beach. And then be like, oh my gosh! And then it flips to a different page. You saw it. You saw the short that I posted with Genevieve B. from when we were playing Secret of Mana. I'll read to everyone. Oh, just holding this book in my hands. It makes me feel like I'm overcoming my shyness already. I'll really take the time to read it to everyone. Dinosaur part. That's where I got beat by the anti-cheat code in the game. On an old emulator. It was super frustrating. I quit my run, but didn't know what was going on until years later. Dark Moonery, anti-cheat code? Was there something in EarthBound that, like, punished you for using a Game Genie or something like that? Gotta let the book for a while. That's right, Avis. I love that short, says Genevieve B. I watch that, like, once a week. Artartius Mackie, welcome. Because I know EarthBound has some pretty heavy anti-piracy measures that, like, they check if you're using, like, a legitimate copy of the game on a legitimate Super Nintendo. And if you're not, the game will overload you with enemies to the point where the game is, like, super laggy. And then once you get to the final boss, aka the Foss, the game will just delete your data. Yes, they scolded you. I gotta look that up, person. The leader of the Tenda tribe read overcoming shyness to everyone. Chat, chat, whisper, whisper. I'd like to give you some Tenda kraut in return. Tenda kraut is a type of dish that all Tenda like. We tend to eat it once a week. It stinks, but it tastes wonderful. Ever look at the communist shades from Gurren Lagann? I didn't, Dagger. I'll do it right now. Oh my god. These are the exact ones that Genevieve B got me. Aside from these, so Genevieve B got me these. But then for our anniversary the other day, she also got me these, Dagger. Is this what you're talking about? Stream choppy. Sorry about my stream. Thump lends the leader of the Tenda tribe the book Overcoming Shyness. Dagger, you like this? I can barely read the green names in the chat. Bodhi got Tenda kraut. They crash your game near the end of the fight and erase the data, so even if you manage to slog it to the end, you don't see the satisfying conclusion. Yeah, Elvis Press Play, I thought they did that like right before the final boss. Talking about EarthBound, if you're playing a pirated copy or not using a legitimate Super Nintendo, the game will just like crash and erase your data once you get to the final boss. A picture is taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready? Say fuzzy pickles. Everyone put a pickle in the chat, please. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. Hey you, I have a happy little question for you. Literally every turtle. Literally every turtle. Are you sure this is the correct player's name? I want to, for no reason, plug in the second controller and hit the select button and see if that does anything here. Because there are a few instances in the game where the second controller can, like, make some graphics change on the screen. That's it. Literally every turtle. Are you sure that's what you want? Are you happy with the name? Here's your chance to change it. Okay, second controller seems to do nothing special here. But you can play the game on the second controller. Are you sure that's what you want? Yeah, I'm happy with that name. Are you absolutely certain? Yeah, I thought that you had made up your mind. Thanks, game. Ah, the Quint Sonnies. Quick Guns. You're making a reference to, like, one of the Game Boy Mega Man games, right? Probably the second one. I played all those. Some of which I played for members-only content. JD Nooks, thank you. Picture guy always drives me nuts, says Grifter. Yeah, he appears a little too often, I would say. Would you like some tea? Drink! I feel like the voices I'm doing for those last two characters were a lot like Alan Tudyk. Like a great tapestry, vertical and horizontal threads have met and become intertwined, creating a huge, beautiful image. Shoutouts to everyone who's huge and beautiful. You may have cursed this never-ending journey. You have known injury and defeat, but you have struggled on to reach this place. Your inborn intelligence and courage have helped bring you here. Sorry, I messed up the narration. You have believed in your friends, and as a group, you have supported each other. Have you ever stopped to consider how much your power has grown? Yeah, I'm like level 75. Now, you could fell enemies in Onet and Tucson with one blow. Is it Onet or Onet? As you certainly know, you cannot turn back. Gygus, the archfiend of the universe, is growing frightened of you and your power. He is searching for ways to end your journey. From here, the challenge grows, and your adventure will take you beyond anything you ever imagined. You are drawing near to Gygus. Remember, when you are suffering hardships, your enemy is also struggling. YY has been a member for 11 months, saying just dropped in. Did I miss the ending? No, this is the tea break, YY, in Jill of Trades. By the way, do you know where Pokey went? When this cup of tea is finished, your adventure will continue. Your destiny pulls you in the right direction. Believe in yourself and press forward. Thump. Tuba. Bodhi. Gumbo. Best part of the game, says Gitsy. Hey, welcome. I wish you luck. Hey, YY, appreciate you for being a member for 11 months. Everyone put the YYs in the chat, please. So yeah, not quite close to the end of the game yet. Let me rephrase that. We're close-ish to the end of the game. We've got a lot to do. But right now, I want to set up a glitch. In the hole, we have free stay. Okay, you stay. That guy says the same dialogue as before. I think that guy was never shy. But I do want to stay in this hole for a while, if you know what I mean. Why did I say that? So I can fix some items. This broken tube I probably could have fixed a long time ago. And I think that becomes the neutralizer, right? Megaton plays. I believe in the karma that believes in me. Megaton, nice stay. Yeah. I believe in a thing called love. KJ says the darndest things. Avis, what? 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 What, Avis? What? In the hole, we have. Working through the night, Bodhi fixed the broken tube. And it became the hungry HP sucker. Okay, that's actually a decent item. Because you can steal HP from enemies and it hits all enemies. Hungry HP sucker. Items for Bodhi. Sucks up some HP from all the enemies. The more HP the enemies have, the more you get. Can be used many times. I was trying to do like a Pokedex voice there. What's Bodhi's IQ? I think once he gets to 65, he can fix anything in the game. Massive W item. Do you believe in life after love? Yo, Megatom, I believe in share. Gurren Lagann was a great watch. Yo, YY, everyone keeps saying that. I'd never heard of it. But I just looked it up, and these glasses are from that. Kind of. I can feel something inside me saying. Interesting looking glasses, Karma. Yo, Rabiel, thank you. I got these from Genevieve B. Amazing show for real. Avis, if you like it, I'll check it out. One of my fave animes of all time. Let's talk about our favorite animes, everybody. I like, in theory, really love anime, but haven't watched a lot of it. Butterfly! I'm gonna eat it. Get back here. It's my second fave. Gainax made Evangelion 2. Death Note was good, says Jill of Trades. It's my second fave, says YY. We still have a lot of My Hero Academia to watch. I love me some Dragon Ball Z. But in high school, on Toonami, I saw Outlaw Star. That was a good one. I also liked Munch. Yummy Butterfly the Protein. That's right, Wayne. Ooh, I fixed the broken harmonica, and it became the baddest beam. Ace Class is next on our anime list. Yeah, once we're done with My Hero and Toriko. I also loved me some Samurai Champloo. Bodhi can equip this weapon. Decent increase there. 8 more offense over the Death Ray. We found the broken harmonica in the Stonehenge base there. Alright, let's call Dad and save the game. I could, like, do the rest of the game here. Dang, Outlaw Star, you just unlocked a memory. Omar H, yeah, that one was great. Samurai Champloo was also great. Cowboy Bebop I saw a little bit of, and it seemed great, and then I just stopped watching it. Didn't have the time for it at the time. Loaded dice keep spawning around 6 enemies in battle. Maxi Boo, like, hit them all with your biggest PSI attack. You don't need to save too much PP for boss battles in this game. Like, the journey is harder than the destination, you know? Okay, let's call Escargo Express and put a bunch of stuff away. Actually, it's probably better if I just go there. Trigun, Avis. Yeah, that seemed like a good show that I never watched too much of. But for now... This guy got through the swamp. I'm proud of him. I'm gonna get rid of, like, literally all of Tuba's items here. Let's get rid of this pack of bubblegum, too. And how about the eraser? I just realized, if I hit the X button here, the map doesn't show up. And anytime the map won't show up, if you use it from your inventory, it'll specifically tell you, this town is not shown on the map. Just thought I'd share that bit of trivia with you. But let's go back to On It. Big O is good. Yeah, Avis. Strider. Inventory management. Most people aren't a fan of limited inventory in this game, but I've come to appreciate it. I've played games that have way worse inventory management issues, like Shining Force, for example. But it's a problem right now, specifically because I'm gonna show off a crazy glitch that, let's use it on Tuba. Let's do a crazy glitch that makes Tuba insanely powerful. Obviously, you gotta follow the path. But yeah, if you go back to your house and talk to Thump's sister, Tracy, she works for Escargo Express. You can just, like, talk to her directly to deposit all of your stuff into storage. Quest 64 has the worst inventory management. The game is great, but that's the only thing I despise. Jill of Trades, I heard that game isn't great, though. It's my line now? Oops. What do you want me to do? Store. Okay, so let's store, like, everything in Tuba's inventory. I don't know how much you can have in storage. Tracy, where are you now, girl? I don't know why my feelings are so strong. Avis, I don't know the song. I'm gonna hang on to my chicken. I'm not storing the chicken, everybody. My locker is full. Okay, so she can't hold anything else. All right, Bodhi, you get this. So what I'm gonna do now is buy a ton of sugar packets. Yeah, JG Strider, I guess I didn't realize that there was a limit to Escargot Express. But I'm doing a very specific glitch that requires me to, like, I guess it doesn't require me, but it works best if you, like, load up your inventory with sugar packets. That was pro right there. You think Tracy is responsible enough to take care of the chicken? Yes, Jill of Trades. I would trust her with it. I just don't want to let go of my chicken. Also, oh my gosh, these glasses make everything look like a weird, like, rotten kind of gray. I'll sugar your packet. Oh my gosh, Genevieve B, you will. Because you so sweet. Hello, would you like some seasonings to add to your foods at mealtime? They are really quite miraculous. And they come in these cute little packets and jars. All right, let's buy a ton of sugar packets and give them to Tuba. $36 items for Escargot Express. Yeah, I thought it would be way more than that. Stuff Vulture. Who knows what I'm about to do? Who has done this before or seen this before? Because I've definitely made a video about this. Maybe 2. I know, says Wayne. Pour some sugar on me. Yeah, you know the song. Megatom. Who does that? Is that Poison? Who does that song? Def Leppard, I want to guess, actually. I changed my guess. Me, says Elvis Pressplay. You do that song? I bet you do. Def Leppard. Okay, thanks, Avis. Rock Candy Glitch is right, Strider. Not an item dupe glitch. I actually don't know if there's an item dupe glitch in this game. I know you won't challenge me if I say I know what you're doing. Michael Mervin? I probably would, actually. If somebody ever came up to me and was like, I know what you're doing, I'd be like, can you please tell me? Because I don't. Okay, now let's go somewhere where we can easily, get a level up. Actually, usually I do this in Scaraba. Yeah, Scaraba works fine. Oh, you're killing it, KarmaJolt. Michael Mervin? Thank you. Okay, so we're about to do a glitch that gets an insane amount of stats for whatever character you use the glitch on. And essentially what you want to do to get these insane stats is set up your inventory like this, with the rock candy on a bottom... with the rock candy... Excuse me. You want to put... WTF. Those glasses slap. Thanks, Molly M. Genevieve B got me these. So to do this glitch, you want to put the rock candy on the bottom right of your inventory and fill the rest of your inventory with sugar packets. You don't have to do that, but that's the most efficient way to do it. But as long as you have the rock candy as the last item in your inventory on the bottom right, and then sugar packets somewhere else in your inventory, you can do this trick. So what we're going to do now is get into a battle. Molly M and Megaton Plays. And Sean R. And I am just going to have characters defend, but I'm going to have Tuba use the rock candy on herself in battle. Or whoever I want. I'm going to use them on her, though. So what happens is she'll take the sugar packet, use it on the rock candy, and the sugar packet is pretty good on the rock candy. So what the rock candy usually does is it gives you 1 to one of your stats like IQ, speed, guts, or vitality. However, if you use the sugar packet on the rock candy, instead of getting 1 to one of those stats, you will get 2 to that stat. And for some reason, if you have your inventory arranged the way I do, you will use the sugar packet on the rock candy. The sugar packet will disappear from your inventory, but the rock candy will not. So you can keep getting 2 to one of those stats as long as you have sugar packets in your inventory. So if you repeat this process over and over, you can gain a ton of stats that you're not supposed to have. And it gets especially cool if you gain a bunch of vitality this way. I keep getting speed though. I'm gonna cure Tuba here. And then keep having her use the rock candy. I Q win it by 2. The old work and lurk. I'm just working and lurking, says Genevieve B. Hi Wayne, hi Avis, hi Genevieve. Molly M, I really appreciated your card. That's the coolest shirt I've ever seen in my entire life, says Molly M. What, this Marty and Ouija shirt that I got from a cool person named Molly M? Yeah, I'm wearing stuff that my favorite people got me. Thank you for the card, BTW Molly M, says Genevieve B. Can't abuse it too much, right? Yeah, JG Strider. So I do want to mention that if any of your stats go over 255, they will then roll back down to 1. However, if you gain enough vitality using this trick, and then through vitality gain a ton of HP, you can get over 1,000 HP, which the game has trouble displaying in this little, what would you call it? Interface, I suppose? Because it's only set up to show 3 digits at a time. So if you have over 1,000 HP or PP, I suppose, it starts showing weird-looking characters in your HP or PP slot. Okay, finally got some vitality there. Fangy, thank you, Molly M, that's what it is. HUD is what I was going to say, Marcus Felix, but I wasn't sure. Okay, I'm starting to get some vitality, finally. I'll enter your face, oh my god. Genevieve B, that's a pretty good one. Poor Paula. Who could have known such a good girl resorting to drugs? Jill of Trades? Me. I am gonna life up Beta Tuba here. And then start bashing. And then just start bashing. Okay, done with the battle here. I forgot Tuba was unequipped. And that's why she's taking so much damage from each of these attacks. It's my dad. Hello, it's your dad. You've been out there for a long time now. It may be none of my business, but don't you think it would be a good idea if you took a break? You know, what's funny is that for a lot of my streams, I like to say, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I'll stream for 2 hours, and then after that, I can quit whenever, and that's a good stream length. I think your dad calls you when you've been playing for 2 hours. So this game will straight up tell me like, hey, that's a pretty good length for a stream. So thanks, Dad. Okay. So yeah, Scaraba is a good place to do this glitch because there's also a guy in Scaraba who sells seasonings. I think you can buy sugar packets here. Yeah, let's do it again. You said, it's my dad, and I genuinely thought it was Ray calling. Molly M? Nah, he would call you. Let's set it up and do it again, everybody. Actually, what I want to do here is, just to make it easier, I'm going to give the rock candy back to Thump. And then have him give it back to Tuba once my inventory is filled up with sugar packets. Lore drop! Ray does like me better than you at this point. Malian? I should call him to tell him about what you've been up to. Tips for taking down Ness's Nightmare. Maxi Boo, speedrunners like to have the Night Pendant equipped for that. But if you don't have that, the Earth Pendant from the Magicant store should be just fine. That guy... Okay, so talking about the boss from in an upcoming segment. That guy will often do mortal damage to you with, like, PSI something Omega. You don't have to immediately heal. Wait until your HP starts rolling down to maybe, like, 200 or 300 before you heal yourself. But in the meantime, just bash him and mash the A button. Sean R. Ray was asking about you. Talking about my dad, everybody. I bet Ray doesn't know who I am yet. Oh, he does, Genevieve B. So does my Aunt Adele. I tell Karma the stories that his dad tells me when Karma isn't around. And Karma will be like, WTF, my dad said that? It's great. It kind of is, Molly M. What would your dad's YouTube name be? Michael Mervin? I think he would be Michael Mervin. No, it would be, his old AOL screen name, his AIM screen name was Dad at Work All Day. So now it would be something like Dad no longer working all day. Alright, let's use the rock candy trick again. Got a bunch of speed. Oh, this is not the right guy to fight for this trick, because I'll just get poisoned and that's annoying. But whatever. Oh, and he knows thunder. Okay, so let's use up these sugar packets and then get Tuba a level up. Tuba's IQ went up by 2. Man, somebody really slapping the bass for this music here. Tuba's IQ went up by 2. Man, she's so smart, Bob. And you can use this. You can do this on any character. You don't have to have the character with the rock candy use it on themselves. Thump is super poisoned right now. He's pretty freaking poisoned, everybody. I want her vitality to go up more than anything. Oh yeah, and while I'm at it, why don't I show you Life Up Omega? That affects everybody and heals them for like 500. It's like a pretty darn good ability. Compensation traffic stop, SMH F12. Genevieve B, what? Look at that. Max everybody's HP out with that ability. My favorite Ray lore is the cop pulling him over because he couldn't pull over the really fast guy. Oh, I know that story. Talking about my dad here in the chat, everybody. Tell me about your dad, if you want. Vitality went up by 2. Dead. Yes, more vitality, please. Thank you. 70 HP to Bodhi, who is on guard. I was canonically Megaharv's dad for like 8 months. We could probably revive the lore if we wanted, but it's been a minute. Michael Mervin, I didn't know about that. My dad is a retired master electrician, excuse me. My grandfather was one of those. I actually don't know if master electrician is like a title that you have to earn, but that guy knew his stuff. Wait, Karma isn't my dad? Person, nobody said that, but also no. Tuba's guts went up by 2. My dad lived a really cool life in advertising. Everyone should buy his book, Black on Madison Avenue. Everywhere books are sold. Sean, I'll buy it at one place books are sold. Hashtag not sponsored is right. Alert! Tuba's condition is critical. She will collapse if her condition isn't treated. Be careful. You're right. Yeah, let's heal all the poison. Elvis Presley said, my dad once killed a bear in self-defense. That's interesting. Will your dad sign it for me, says Molly M. Yeah, Sean, that sounds cool. Okay. So Tuba has 69 speed and has earned like a lot of stats. Let's try to get her a level up now. I'm gonna search for the criminal caterpillar here. Not this guy. Sean R., will your dad sign the book for Molly, but do it for me? Okay, how much exp does Tuba need? 102,000? Okay, that might take a minute then. Yeah, Marcus Felix, trying to find that guy. I love that Tuba can still deal some damage there to this guy. Probably because of all those stats we just got, but she's unequipped. Nat has 7 books. Yeah, talk about Nat 20. I read one of his books, Bard City Blues. It was pretty good. Not sponsored. But yeah, everybody check out a book called Bard City Blues by Nathaniel Webb. It's a friend of mine. And a friend of yours. In fact, I think Rogue Effect's name is in the thank you page on that book. And by his name, I mean Rogue. It just says Rogue Effect. We got a sandwich from that UFO. What is that weird graphic there? Is that supposed to be there? Possibly. So yeah, Molly M has a book too. And I think Michael Mervin has a copy of it, right? Dang, all my cool friends have books. Not all my cool friends. But a lot of my cool friends have a lot of cool books. Alright, I need like 94,000 experience for Tuba to level up here. Let's fight this guy. I don't think it gives me that much experience. That's a good chunk, though. Speaking of good chunks, where's Pippin? Book is a stretch. It's a book of comics. Yeah, that's a book, Molly M. And we love stretches on this channel. Not a criminal caterpillar. That's okay. Let's use Thunder for no reason, and then shoot this dude, and then Starstorm. Boom! Thunder Gamma has a different animation from the regular Thunder, and I love that. Though, ironically, I wanted to call it Book, but the publisher wouldn't let me. Too hard to Google. Too funny, Molly M. Yeah. Capitalism is the bane of creativity, and also other things in most people. Thematically appropriate, yes. Are those from Gurren Lagann? Yo, Gary and H. Everyone keeps saying that, and like, I want to say yes, but I was unaware of this anime before I received these. These are a gift from Genevieve B, who just wanted to find me something cool to wear on my face. Aside from her, what? But yeah, glad you like them. Do you look sad if you wear them upside down? Michael Mervin, I never look sad on stream, because that's showbiz, baby. Faust. Title was supposed to be Book, a webcomic where it doesn't belong. I love that, Molly M. I remember you pitching that. Hey, let's use Fire Omega, which is like way too expensive for a PSI ability that's not as good as Phrase. It was supposed to be Squirtle Squad. Like, it kind of looks like it, Genevieve B. Oh, these guys are, like, not affected by fire. That's a great title. I know. They should have let you go with it. Okay, so how much more exp do I need? Like, this is part of the glitch here. Is leveling up after getting a ton of stats. Should I do one more round of rock candy glitch? Let's do more, actually. Lot in 11, glad you're here. I'm gonna get more sugar packets. This guy, I don't need the pitch again. You don't have to tell me all that. I know exactly what I want. I've tried your sugar packets before. They are very sugary. Shoutouts to the guy standing in the desert with a hint sign. Yo, JG? Yeah, I love that guy. No, not the ketchup packet. OMG, I should cosplay that guy. The hint guy, Molly M? Stuffed vulture? No, it's good for them. It's increasing her IQ and speed. Just stand around with a hint sign. Actually, that would kill at like gaming conventions. That's a great idea, Molly M. I like Saturn Valley. That part of the game made me laugh so hard as a kid. Yeah, this game's funny and good. Alright. Alright, we doing it. You might be overwhelmed with people actually needing to know where certain rooms and bathrooms are, though, Molly M. Oh, yeah. If you have to give them actual hints. The thing is, though, the guy charges for hints, so, like, you could make money. Alright, let's get into a battle. Yeah, Michael Mervin, I need to grab, like, 100 maps. You would. You would need to grab some maps. Vitality went up by 2. Amazing. Oh, this might end the battle here. Nope. He shrieked a war cry. All right, we're gonna do one more round of the rock candy trick to get insane stats here. And then we'll try to get a level up. How are you? How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for being here, everybody. This is a little tedious, but it's gonna be worth it. Hypnosis. Hashtag seriously considering this. Yo, Heckus McGeckus. Love that the glasses match the fight screen. That's neat. I didn't think about that. I should have done it on purpose. Have to go research my role. Molly M, love you. Ah! Hint, check the internet. Nah, Michael Mervin. We're just gonna do some guessing. Thump suddenly thought about his mom. Wow, he's homesick again. We were just home like a lot, and we called home. All right, I have to take these off so that I can actually read the chat. Let's go with these. Bye, MM number 2. Tuba speed went up. I mostly want her vitality to go up so we can get like a huge HP increase on level up. Van says, have you gotten the Sword of Kings yet? Oh, you bet I have, and I'm glad you asked, because I need more opportunities to show it off. Look at this. Boom, right there in the inventory. Alright, so we got a ton of speed and some vitality. But yeah, Van, welcome. Okay. Now let's level up my friend, Tuba. She needs nearly 50,000 experience to get there. I am mostly hunting for those criminal caterpillars, because those give 20,000 to everyone, but like, whatever. I'll just fight these guys. You are a killer. How long did it take? Van? Probably like 3 hours, I want to say. I mean, we were streaming. Starstorm. Froze her. Speed is never good, guys, unless it's from rock candy. Wayne? But I'm so fast. There was a royal iced tea? I think you can buy this in Summers. Let's get the help on this. Highest quality tea. Produced by tea expert Mr. Y. Todar. Is that supposed to be a joke that I don't get? Who carefully selects only hand-picked tea leaves. Long ago, only aristocrats at a king's court were allowed to drink this tea. If you drink this, you recover about 60 HP. It's royal iced tea. That's why they call it that. Okay. Diego, yes, this is EarthBound. Welcome. I'm kind of in the middle of showing off a glitch. Oh, the Scorp ran away. Let's do Squat Scamma here. and then freeze a bunch. Grifter, what? Alright, we getting close? 35,000. Where are the Ketor pillars? I feel like every time I go to the right here and then go left, or that's probably the best way to get a caterpillar to spawn. Although, I haven't seen one in a while. It is kind of hard to find one. Oh, I thought that was it. Banished Mint! It is KarmaJolt. Welcome. You play a lot of my faves, and I'm always surprised when you show me something I never knew. Hey, Van. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so this year, I've been trying to get through every game on the SNES Classic, which is why people keep saying, like, oh, you're playing some great games recently. Yeah, well, there's a lot of great games on this machine. Booker, welcome back. Hitman just chilling with the UFOs. He was, well, the UFOs needed a hint. They were trying to buy one. And that guy was like, stay away from Thump, the main character. He will destroy you. That's the hint he gives to the UFOs, anyway. Let's hit him with the heavy bazooka. Good hint. Hey, Elvis. I'll see you soon. How's my chicken? Booker, I transferred the chicken, who we named Booker Plays Games, to Bodhi's inventory. So is the gray spiral where no one got snuck up on? Genevieve B, excuse me. Yeah, so anytime you encounter an enemy in this game, there will be a spiral, or a swirl, as they call it. And depending on who is facing whom, the spiral will be a different color. So that one, which is bluish and kind of looks gray in this background, that means it's a neutral encounter. So since we were both facing each other, when we got into this encounter, there was a blue spiral, and nobody gets the advantage in combat. However, if I sneak up on an enemy and they're facing away from me, you'll see that green swirl, which means I get the first strike in combat. So all of my characters basically get a free turn. On the other hand, if an enemy sneaks up on me, well, let me show you that free turn here. Boom. This enemy was running away from me. I approach them, so we get a green swirl, and therefore we get the first turn in combat. And often when that happens, the game decides, okay, you just win that battle for free. Bodhi's level is now 69, and that's what happened there. We won the battle without having to do the battle, because the game's like, you're powerful enough. But if an enemy sneaks up on me and I'm facing away, you hear that, and then there's a red swirl, and the enemy goes first. Which, they did 11 damage to me. Auto win for the win. Okay, so after getting a ton of stats on Tuba, we're gonna get a level up at this battle. And because she got a significant boost to her vitality and IQ, during this level up, I'm expecting a significant boost to her HP and PP stats. So, maximum HP went up by 239 after eating all of those rock candies and getting a ton of vitality. And her PP goes up by 105 after getting a huge boost to her IQ. Isn't that insane? So yeah, that's the rock candy glitch, everybody. We used it to get some insane stats here. Let me do a comparison of what her stats were before. I am gonna save over this, I think. Let's load up the old file here. Like, what were her stats like back when she was just level 70? 57, 36, 16, 51. 57, 36, 57, 36, 16, 51, 73. And then after we did the trig, 80, 57, 33, 72, and then her luck went down to 38. I think because it might have wrapped around? Oh no, her luck went down because I unequipped her. Okay. So her luck actually went down because here she is completely unequipped with anything. But, huge stat increase because of that rock candy trig. Doc Mac, you behave. Gotta go. Have a wonderful day, Karma. Hey, Gary and H, thank you so much. Let's stay the night. Aces! The Skull Prince has been summoned in attack mode. Thanks for showing up. I, however, have been streaming for like, I don't know, 3 hours or something. 2 hours and 16 minutes. So let's save the game here and call that a stream. I am very hungry, everybody, and I need some lunch. So I'm going to go do that. Thank you so much for watching me get the Sword of Kings, Straw Hat Brian, and do a cool glitch. Until next time, this is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great, and I hope to see you soon. Yeah, go eat, says Genevieve B. And appreciate y'all for making me do 36 squats. Thank you. And I'll see you soon. Kink, I'll see you later. Arm for now, I'll see you tonight. Possibly. I'll come back later tonight.